Okay. Ah! Oh god! Oh god! It's everywhere! Oh, what? Celeste, it's on the floor. It's on my lap. Oh my god! Why is it
What?
all over my pants now? Like you got it all over me. I just. Welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of Vstories. I'm your host, The Good Convo, and today we're delving deep into the world of VTuber lore. In this podcast, we travel across the multiverse to bring you the lore, the stories, and the unfiltered personalities of your favorite VTubers. Today, we are joined by the rather interesting and certainly not sussy Gastly, the abandoned Pokemon. How are you doing, Gastly?
I immediately want to smack you. the sussy?
The sussy.
I'm doing fine.
You're
You
doing fine.
dragged me through a fucking hole just to call me sussy.
Indeed. That sentence itself is rather sussy, don't you think?
Bombastic side eye.
Criminal mind side eye. Well,
But hello.
Yeah. Hey, introduce yourself, bastard.
Is that because my trainer abandoned me?
Oh. No, I apologize. I was just calling you a bastard to insult you, not to remind you of trauma. I've got some questions for you if you're in an answering mood, considering the fact that you're here. I assume that you're willing to answer a few questions. Number one, you're a Pokemon, right?
By definition, yes. By the way my body has been morphed and deformed thanks to the fucking storm I embraced. No. Here's the thing.
Storm?
You know those people who can't decide if they want to play Digimon or Pokemon?
Uh-huh.
I am one of those people, and I just became both.
Interesting. So you're a hybrid.
I guess. So, have you ever heard the theory of when you put a Pokemon in a PC box, it actually turns into like a digital monster because it's just storing data?
I have not heard that theory.
So, I took that theory and thought of the moment when, like, what if a storm hits the PC storage? And it did, and I leaked out, and my form became really glitchy and weird, so I was no longer a Pokemon after that. And then I had like my Gastly form, which was very much not a Gastly anymore. It was like all glitchy, and now thanks to saving up energy, I attained this form, which is just temporary.
Fascinating. Temporary. Are you gonna explode?
Only if you want me to, Daddy.
Ah! Celeste! Why do you keep putting me in rooms with people like this? Are you trying to get me sus?
What do you mean?
Nothing. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. So, you talked about the VTuber culture. How deep of a connoisseur are you in terms of VTuber culture and other VTubers lores and stuff?
When you say how deep do I get into it?
Oh my god! I am trying to be as non-sus as possible, and here you are just being like, "Ooh, he said deep. Wow."
Well, do I go down the rabbit hole? Yes. Is there a rabbit VTuber hole that I would go down? Yes. But at the same time, get back up here. It honestly became like to a point where I just liked seeing people just really like art and really just compliment on people's art rather than like, wow, your IRL body is bomb. And it's just like, there's something about VTubing that just was very much like, it's not about like your physical appearance. I mean, having a really cute model or like a really nice design is one of the features, but it's not like the main feature.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I've learned in like just going down the VTuber rabbit hole and like just experiencing all the different types of communities. I mean, we met through some really nice people, and through those nice people, I've met more nice people. So it's like Yeah,
Well,
it's interesting.
I don't know if I'd call Moth nice, but like,
I did not say that. I did not say that.
I said,
Moth, if you hear me, I did not say that.
I said it. Moth, come back on the podcast and we'll do a smash or pass with every single VTuber, and we'll see how like sussy you really are.
Oh, I'm gonna get totally smashed.
Probably. Here's the thing.
Did I tell you what happened the day I showed everyone in VTubers my model?
Uh-oh. What happened?
To quote, I kept hearing, "Wow, he's fuckable," and I was like, "No!"
Wow. Wow. Was it like a wow, he is fuckable, or was it like wow, he's fuckable, or wow, he's fuckable?
All of the above.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, because it's unfortunate that I am straight, as someone who's just like, yeah, I could recognize the fuckability of an individual, but it's like, oh well,
You're straight.
I am straight, despite everything about me, despite what you saw me wearing earlier.
The fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Uh.
Are you no longer safe on this podcast? You.
No. I mean, not after the things you promised I should do to you.
I said that in confidence. Duh, I was in character. That's just something my character would do. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god.
Have you ever...
That wasn't in...
What?
Hmm?
Have you ever heard that before? Like, people who are like super, super flirty, but actually are like, no, that's just what my character would do.
You mean me?
Oh.
So that is the one thing I have noticed. I watched a couple, like, not even VTubers, just people who would go like, I call them the daddy voice tubers,
Yeah.
where they're just like, they do voices and voice requests. It's very
Mhm.
much on the borderline of VA. And they would just go like, "Oh, you make me so proud. Come here, good boy." So it's like things like that, and I was like, "Oh, I could do that. That seems really fun." Because I like the way they like in a way it's comedic, but at the
Uh-huh.
same time it actually makes your like it makes you like squirm a little, so it's kind of funny. So I started doing that, and when my like community started getting into it, I had to like constantly remind them like, "Listen, I am a VTuber. I like to do this for fun. The
Oh my
person controlling the voice, you, audience, the person controlling this voice has a life."
gosh.
And he is not as confident.
Gotcha. It's interesting. I have the opposite thing,
Oh.
where I am like deviously down bad, diagnosed hypersexual, and so I am actually constantly holding back a lot of comments in my head. They come out sometimes, obviously, but like, because sexuality is on such like an ever evolving scale of arousal, and like how sexuality doesn't even have to go into like identity, like it goes beyond what you identify often, because we try to put labels on it, but it oftentimes human sexuality is much harder to pin down. So my sexuality is kind of just all over the place, but it's just easier to say that I'm straight because of trauma.
Oh, like people who it's like no homo kissing the homies. It's like you can kiss your homies and not be gay. I've kissed plenty of women and I'm still gay.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with kissing the homies, but I also don't experience any attraction to it. And so
That's the thing.
it's like, oh, well, because I've we're getting to learn about some spicy stuff in this episode. Oh my god. I have been with men before and have not enjoyed it. I'm just like, well, I have enjoyed it because it's like it's exciting, but it's like at the same time it's like,
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's like sex is kind of pleasuring. So
It's like I could see how others would like it, but for me it was like, am I doing this because I want to or because I feel obligated to? And it's like, nah. So, haven't gone with that. But, you know, it is what it is.
Mm.
That
You're like
does.
a straight guy who works at a gay bar.
My romantic partner is constantly tells me that God was supposed to make me gay and gave me all the tools and all the equipment, but forgot to flip the switch.
See, that's my best friend. She is extremely like. I told her, I'm like, I think you were a gay man in your past life. She's like, I think so too.
I think I was I think I was supposed to be a gay man in this life, but like something like a switch wasn't flipped in the genetic code. And so now here I am just like, yeah, boobies, but I see a dick and I'm like, yeah, that's a good dick. Oh, it's attached to a man. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, I like dick too.
Yeah, it's like, ah. That does bring up an interesting subject, though. And I feel like I bring it up with all of the different VTubers to see how they feel about it. Um, the sexual nature of some VTubing. A lot of VTubers play into the sexual nature of like being behind the camera and also being able to go up close to the mic and being like, "Hello, darling." But it's like there are other people that I've had on here that are very much like, no, I don't want any of that. I think it's called Sazio, where they don't want any lewdness. No, it's very family friendly, and it's difficult for them because people go in with that expectation of sexuality.
That is a very fair point. I do think, I mean, listen, when we even talk about, again, going down that VTuber rabbit hole, there are VTubers that are meant for everyone, or they don't do like 18 plus audiences. And
Mm-hmm.
we're sadly in a world where 18 plus audience doesn't just mean lewd, it means cursing, it means saying bad word. There's very much like that. I mean, listen, when you were 16, you were probably saying a lot of curse words too.
Yes.
But it gets to that point where it's like, I guess people need to understand there is like, I mean, have you seen like those VTubers who are actually children, like actually children as well?
Yes. Yes, I have.
It is very interesting to be like, listen, I'm a VTuber. Just because I am an anime person or my art style is very like different, it doesn't mean. I mean, like a perfect example of not having an 18 plus only audience is like when you look at like Haruka Caribou or the Niji Sanji,
Yeah.
Iron Mouse, like they're just VTubers.
Mm-hmm.
They're just people like, I mean, yes, do people post fan art of them? Yes, but they're not like endorsing it.
They're not the Project Melodies. I feel like because
Mm-hmm.
of Project Melody's big success in the USA before like the VTuber uprising happened in the US, a lot of people associate VTubing with V-looting or what Project Melody does.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get that? Is that from my fridge?
I needed a drink.
Celeste, how did you gave it to him? Okay, cool. So you're just handing stuff out. Well, I mean, yeah, help yourself. Absolutely. Maybe I should start providing drinks for my guests.
I mean, you can kind of see where I pulled it out of.
Celeste, make sure that you don't take it back.
Don't worry, I always finish what I open.
Okay. So,
But again, that is a perfect example of like some people just lean into like lewd and just sexual conversation versus someone who's just like no horny. I do think there is that like borderline if like you know those people who are just like actually anti lewd and anti things where it's like I do not want that whatsoever. It is wrong. It is that's the other spectrum
Yeah.
of like well, all VTubers should be lewd. It's like, no, a VTuber is a VTuber.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to be horny, they be horny. I mean, look at me. I can take off my jacket.
Yeah, you can.
And want to know what the first thing my community said?
Fuckable, hot, bangable.
Strip.
Oh, strip. Oh, as someone who sort of appears to embody this, how do you feel about the term submissive and breedable?
How are you saying it to me?
How am I saying it?
Say it a different way, and then I can answer.
I'll do this for the fans. All right. So, how do you feel being submissive and breedable? Did I break you?
Listen, $20 is $20. What can I say?
I meant
No,
more.
it's
I meant more of like the cultural how it adds up to the cultural moment because, if you ask Chat GPT what submissive and breedable is, it goes, "That is offensive, and I can't describe to you because you cannot dehumanize humans and say that they are simply there for breeding purposes." And I'm like, "Have you seen the internet, sir?"
do 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 they just not know?
Oh no, they fully know. I said like, what does it mean culturally? And then ChatGPT says like, well, it culturally means this, and it fully describes it. And I'm like, yes, that's it. And it goes like, but that's offensive. And I'm like,
Okay, I think. Okay, interesting side quest.
side quest.
Someone asked that instead of saying it's a tangent, it's just a side quest.
Okay.
Someone said, is it okay to say twink? And I said, what do you mean?
Twink.
Because I heard twink is like a mean word. I'm like, honestly, it depends how you use it.
Very very contextualized.
I've had friends who have been called bears, and it's been in a context of, oh, you're fat and hairy.
Yeah.
Not like, ooh, you're a nice big guy that I can cuddle with. Like it's all about how you use the term. I mean, anyone can call you like the reason. Okay, my chat has late. I recently added the song "This Boy Is a Bottom" to my sound alerts because I thought it was funny. But now it's being targeted, and I feel targeted.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't say that you are a twink personally. I'd say that you're a twunk.
I'll take it.
Because you've got enough muscle definition for it to be like, okay. Yeah. My model, it's like... I'm more of like a... I wouldn't say that I fit into any other stereotype besides like the kid from Polar Express.
The kid from Polar. That's just human.
Have you seen Polar Express? That is not human. That thing has no soul. You look into the eye of the guy who's like, hey you, you know what train this is? That thing does not have a soul. That thing.
Oh, you're that kid?
I mean, I'm not that kid, but like, if you look at my profile picture on Discord, that's not the kid from that's not the kid. That's me. Did your hair color just change?
Immersion break, I hit a button.
Why are you changing your hair color while I'm trying to tell you about how I just naturally look like that kid?
I meant to put on the glasses so I could see better.
Hey, you. Well, how do you see better? Heterochromia. I apologize.
What'd you call me?
Heterochromia. That's what your eyes are. You have eyes that are a different color, and that's what it's called, heterochromia.
Isn't that dichromatic?
Is it?
Celeste,
look it up. hetero, straight. Let's see, heterochromia. Yeah, the presence of different colored eyes in the same person, heterochromia. What were you saying?
I said dichromatic.
Dichromatic.
And I only know that term because I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Like the summoning chant for Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon was like your dichromatic eyes, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Okay, so
It's probably the same thing, and we're just overdoing it.
so dichromatic um is dichromatic is a phenomenon where a material or solution's hue is dependent on both the concentration of the absorbing substance and the depth or thickness of the medium transversed. And it's also having the form of color blindness, in which only two of the three primary colors can be distinguished. So, are you colorblind?
I've been using that term wrong.
Bruh.
I blame Yu-Gi-Oh!
Blame Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I mean, yeah, are you surprised that the dub got the translation wrong?
Am I surprised that a random VTuber complained that they couldn't take a move and said, it's been 30 minutes?
I don't get that reference.
Oh, there was a VTuber who got a lot of shit because he played Master Duel for the first time, and he over exaggeratingly said, like, it's been 30 minutes and I haven't made my turn. And they just like they don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever again.
Oh, is that the guy who's like, and I play a pot of greed? That's not how it works. And then I play a pot of greed, which then allows me to shuffle my deck, which then I play a pot of greed.
And this is to all the Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there who do play Master Duel and or Duel Links or just the regular TCG. We know that the game, like everyone's turn takes 1,000 years. We know. That's why it's fun, because the moment you get a comeback, it's a major comeback.
I do like coming on the back, so.
I knew you would say that.
Yep. Oh, you're gonna judge me? You of all people?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cool. Moving. God. Get your gayness away from me. I've managed.
My gay anus? What? There is one thing I wish my model could do. It's raised eyebrows, because I like to do like yeah, like that. But like raised eyebrows like on control, where it's like, what'd you think?
That is something fun about the VTuber models. No, the 3D Vroid models is that it's like, yeah. And if I connected it to the iPhone, because I do have an iPhone, I could do that. So I could look as cool as Zari. Zari also has hand trackers. So Zari's
What your hands doing?
Zari's hands often eating, quite frankly. That's what I've seen them doing. Just like it's weird. Zari's got like food in their hands, but you can't see the food, so it's just like nom, 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 nom.
See, I do have a rigging, but stuff isn't going in my mouth.
So like what? Okay. Ah! Oh god! Oh god! It's everywhere! Oh what? Celeste, it's on the floor. It's on my lap. Oh my god! Why is it?
What?
I knew you were gay, but I didn't know you were that gay. Like you just vomiting, vomiting rainbows.
People ask, "Do you taste the rainbow?" Yes, I do.
Apparently, like, it's all over my pants now. Like, why'd you have to aim it over here? Like, it had projectiles too. Like, it just, oh god, you got it all over me. I just,
yeah, you're gonna want to wipe that off.
What if I like the smell? Anyway, so generally, we talked about the audience a little bit. How do you tend to interact with your audience the most? I'm trying to keep this on track.
As I said, my bottom, my chat, they like to call me a bottom.
Okay.
But so the thing that I like to do, and this is kind of why I like streaming, is like I like to use sound alerts a lot.
Okay.
So, and I've learned like which sound alerts that chat really likes and which ones they can like use more often and like react to situations, or in certain terms they use like a combo effect of sounds.
Hmm.
So the way I interact with chat is I do like voice requests. I started doing song requests. So it's like I think the best way to like interact with your chat is, yes, you don't have to read every single message, but you still got to make them feel like they're there.
Hmm.
Like they're interactive. I mean, your chat, a lot of us put our chats on our screens because it's like, oh my God, I see my message. But it's also like, oh yeah, I see you. You made me do that thing.
Ugh. And
Why did you make me sing 1,000 songs by Ariana Grande?
God, you see, I really commend you guys, you VTubers, streamers. I do not stream. I hate streaming because I don't want to interact with chat. I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to look at what chat is saying, and I don't want to like get distracted because ADHD brain. Like, if I start looking at the chat, I'm not going to be looking at what I was doing. And
Oh, that is what happens. I will get like a million ara requests
oh
and
my
daddy
god,
voice requests. And then it's like, oh, thank you guys so much. Oh my God, we haven't started the game yet.
like you're 30 minutes into the stream and you're like, oh yeah, I was here to do something. I can't remember what
Yes.
though. My goodness.
But listen, as long as they appreciate it, as long as they
Mm-hmm.
have fun, and then that's how you get people to come back. It's like they like the vibes,
Mm-hmm.
and you also have to sadly be a parent and an adult to be like, okay, kids, I think we're getting a little out of control. Let's get into places,
Mm.
Uh, and that's why you have mods.
Yeah. So much interaction. So
It's interesting how many introverts are streamers because they don't want to interact with people, but then
yeah.
they get like a million people watching them. They're like, ay, 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 ay.
Mm-hmm. From what I've heard, it's actually really therapeutic because it gives a lot more control over the social. You getting cold?
Yes.
Gotcha. Putting the coat back on. Um, it gives you more control over the social interactions that you have without like you have the ability to just turn the stream off. You have the ability to like distance yourself, whereas like in person, it's not that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a burp. Oh god. Oh no! Stop! No, I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way.
Why? Why? Why?
I meant
You
to.
know what? Just for that.
Oh god! It's happening again! Oh no!
Ah.
Ah!
Oh, I need to. Celeste, can you pass me? Thank you.
Oh, Celeste! What have you done? Why did you bring this person here? So anyway, oh, model stuck. Model stuck. There we go.
Mine?
No, mine.
Oh,
Bless you.
what?
I thought you sneezed.
No, I was laughing.
Oh, cut out and sounded like Hats! What was I going to talk about? Oh
ADHD
yeah,
brain.
yeah. Bingus bungus, big chungus, VTuber culture. Let's talk about that, right? So, with VTuber culture, you talked about it a little. What's that face? Why are you making that face?
Because I don't. I'm not sure what culture we're gonna talk about.
Oh well, we're gonna talk about all that culture. We're gonna be extra cultured today.
My reading glasses are enabled. I'm extremely excited.
Very nice. Very nice.
Let's read these bitches to filth.
So, VTuber culture, it's certainly interesting because it seems from what I've learned from the people that I've talked to, it seems that it's the kind of culture that plays off of shitting on each other while also being really wholesome. Sort of like saying, I don't understand this and it's weird and it's stupid, but we all love it, so we do it anyway.
Yes.
That seems
or
to
or at least that's how I've interpreted. But that's also just my personality of like, do you know that scene from Mean Girls where Regina just goes, "Boo, you whore"? but
Yes.
like they're still friends. That's what I am. So
Mm.
it's like, and I've actually seen a lot of, and I posted about it on Twitter. Like I watch Monarch a lot. I watch Sayu. I watch Porcelain Maid.
Mm-hmm.
I watch their streams a lot and their clips, and I'm just like, it's so funny how they could fight in game, and then at the end of the day, they're still like best friends. It's very like you can see the comfortability
Mm-hmm.
in they know they're playing characters, they know they're just having fun. But sometimes if you do that with like maybe IRL streamers or people who don't really get that you're being a character,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to take it personally.
Yeah.
And honestly, that happens with VTubers too, and it's kind of upsetting where it's like people think like, "Oh, you're a dick because you're like yelling at me." No, I'm yelling at you because my character's yelling at you because you're fucking losing at a game.
Mm-hmm.
And there, like, you do have to find that line in just like knowing, and that's kind of why I like doing what I do. And it's like I get to understand people's vibes. I get to understand
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, this is what they don't like. This is what they do like. And I try to also instill that in my chat of like, hey, it's getting a little too negative. Let's cheer it up. Because I'm all about bullying and I'm all about like playful like sounds and negative stuff. But if I do feel like, oh, things are getting a little too negative, we should like pick it up. We
Mm-hmm.
should always like have a nice positive vibe unless we're talking about like serious things. Which VTuber talking about serious things can't relate.
Can't relate. Never. I certainly, when I'm on someone else, I don't stream myself. When I'm on someone else's stream, I never bring up serious topics. Ever. Clearly.
Want to know the want to know what I remember our first interaction?
Uh-oh.
You showing me that you were making erotic stuff using your model.
That's not serious.
It was serious to you.
Yeah.
It's your art.
Yeah.
Is that a
I
topic we're gonna get into? VTubers art and how they defend it to the breaks of hell.
uh I actually don't tell me more about that, because I actually don't know what you're talking about in terms of like
So
VTuber and art.
it's not just VTubers, it's any type of artist. It's like
Hmm.
they will get so defensive on like their model, their art, their voice, their this, their that. It's like I worked so hard to do this. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Wrong hotkey. Why are you doing this? I worked so hard. But at the end of the day, if you're an artist, guess what? People are gonna critique you.
Hmm.
And that's the only way you're gonna get better. Like if someone says, "Oh, your audio sucks," thank you. I wouldn't have known that unless you told me.
Hmm. Interesting. Uh I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of where I've seen that. I guess I also just don't spend a lot of time on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Twitter is a fucking. It's either gonna be your best friend or it's gonna end you.
If someone's going to critique my art, it depends. For me, it depends on how they're doing it, because
Yeah.
like so. A lot of videos that I make, people comment on. Well, it's a lot of my in-person stuff when I had a YouTube channel.
Mhm.
People would say like, "You're not funny. Please stop making content." And with that, that's there's no criticism. It's just
Yes.
I didn't like you. I don't like you. That's or rather I didn't like this video. And uh, for me, it's like there's not really much to go off of, so it's pretty easy to ignore. But if someone goes, hey, I felt like that joke was in poor taste because of what's currently going on in the world, or hey, I felt like you aren't really putting that much effort into these videos, maybe step it up, or hey, you've been doing reaction content a lot recently and it's starting to feel like it's not your own content anymore. Those ones are like, oh shit. Ah. So
Wow.
it's like
Yeah.
that's why I don't like doing reaction content anymore, because I thought about it, right? I was doing reaction content all the time and it was like, wait a second, yeah, this isn't like, am I really being transformative here, or am I just sort of scraping other people's content?
Mhm. That is the and I've seen a lot of actual like big YouTubers actually say that, where it's like, I'm gonna react to this, but if the poster wants me to take it down, I will take it down. It's very much that like, and I think people have been realizing that with like reaction content. It's like
Mm-hmm.
there's content that you're made to react to, and there's content you're not made to react to. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it like apology. Why the fuck do people react to apology videos?
The only reason, so I personally could do a very good reaction to apology videos because I am a social work and psychology
Oh.
major um, with a focus in counseling and psychoanalysis.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I could do pretty interesting reviews of apologies as I am professionally trained in analyzing people who are apologizing for the shitty things they're doing because I'm also working in the criminal justice system. So I personally think I could do some interesting reviews for that. I don't wanna. I don't want to watch all
That is
those.
very true.
Like, the apology videos are not for me, unless
Yeah.
it's someone big. Like if, okay, we're gonna talk about it. Like if Sniper Wolf, like actually did a good apology.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't. Here's the thing.
What?
Knowing her and how unapologetic she is, I don't think she's gonna do one.
Oh,
It's like,
I think she already did one. Celeste,
did she?
hold up. Celeste, pull it up.
I mean, I'm not into YouTuber drama, but I'm actually interested in this because I like her. I liked her before she got like really big because she talks like my friend, and like her dialect is very likable to me, so that's why I like her.
Really?
Yeah, like whenever she would go like Yeetus the fetus, or like, oh, wham bam thank you man, like my friends and I talk like that, so it's like,
Hmm.
oh, I can relate to this streamer like dialect wise, and maybe that's why people like certain streamers.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks like she made an apology video. And lots of people are doing Sniper Wolf's new apology is a joke. Sniper Wolf just apologized. Do you know the current drama with Sniper Wolf?
Yeah, she basically doxed Jax
House.
Films' address, and it honestly, that is a major problem.
Yeah.
But also don't think it was something that needed to be big, if that makes sense. I mean,
Hmm.
if it was like, if this was not the first time where she's done that, yes. But if it's like, because again, I'm not someone about the drama. I'm not someone, I do like drama, but I'm not
I was
someone who
about to
wants.
say bullshit. Bullshit.
I don't like it when drama is like on me, because I just like, I just don't see the point in it. Like,
Hmm.
no offense to Jax, and I don't know the whole situation. Just from what I've seen, most of it has been on Twitter. I
Hmm.
haven't seen anything been in like DMs or like text messages or like secure messages saying like, "Hey, I would really appreciate if you don't do that," or "Can you please take down the video?" Like, there's very much that, like, I mean, and again, maybe I'm just apologizing for Leah, but they're both sides are kind of at fault in a sense. It's like, okay, you didn't have to do that, and B, you probably shouldn't have responded by that. There's always like people trying to play the blame game, but we also have to take accountability for both sides' actions.
That's an interesting opinion.
I'm a Libra.
A Libra?
I like balance.
Huh. Well, thank you for your words of wisdom. That is unfortunately all the time we have today because I have a Halloween party I've got to get to in a different city. So I got to teleport out of there, but then I got to teleport there instantaneously and then sit around for an hour. So,
You're gonna send me home, right?
Celeste, can you do that? Yes, we will. We're gonna send
Yay!
you home. We're gonna make sure you get home safe. Is there anything you'd like to tell the audience right before we leave?
I know I talk about a lot of random shit. That's just because my brain go burr. Um, at the end of the day, you have to remember that VTubers are people too. They are just people who want to entertain you and have fun with their friends. So give them a little bit of slack. Give all creators a little bit of slack. And if someone's actually being problematic, like, do a little more digging before you accuse someone, because we could all benefit from like a little more research.
I can agree with that. The research aspect.
Again, Libra, I need to see both sides of the story before I can make a decision.
All right, before we leave, guess which I am. Guess what my zodiac sign is.
You seem very mentally stable.
Thank you.
I don't know why. You come off as a Taurus.
You got it right.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's not. Guess what I am.
Sagittarius.
I'm actually a Libra.
When's your birthday?
No, I'm kidding about that too. I don't even know what I am.
I feel so fucking debated right now.
I don't even know when my birthday's
Sagittarius, Aquarius, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. But okay.
Look at me. Look at me.
Hold on. What?
I hate you.
Fuck you too. And with that,
Went where?
No, down boy. Don't make me use that collar.
Oh, yes, sir.
And with that, we conclude this episode of Vstories. A big thank to Gastly for sharing their character and their world with us. We would also like to thank our listeners for joining us for this part of our journey. Until next time, be safe, don't travel the multiverse without a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and most importantly, stay cursed, fam. Bye-bye. Ah, your hand moved for the first time. How the fuck did that happen?
I have rigging.
Damn. So you'd say that, oh God, you're a rigger and a rope bun?